this?
Towards mid, Martin aggressive and TP's behind. It's Sugetsu who gets the first. KC end up a man ahead. Still Martin though, stuck in enemy lines.
He has a way to disengage here. There are still smokes blocking the path. Navi yet to route him out of position.
Oh, Hero's completely caught. Martin has not been missing at all. And Rusick, at the same time though, you've still got many more tools to work with here. Avez having those salvos and every single player ready to swing on out. KC
Was just on the edge. KC have no idea. Navi are closing in. There's a pack of players.
Martin's ready, so is Sadak.
Oh, hang on.
Noob coming round from the other side. And Navi come out the other end of it with upgrades.
And the spike at their feet, so KC have to clamber back through the garage. Doesn't maybe allow Sugetsu to get in this gap of his own smoke, and there you go, hero isolated, paranoia no value. This could become problematic. Oh, it's getting out of hand. Sugetsu's found 3, and with 1 bullet left to his name, funneling bullets back into the magazine, getting out of dodge with HP and time.
He's also got that regen shield, so he'll have something to work with. Both players on similar amounts of HP. And also has that molly.
Ooh.
Time's going to get really close here when he tries to attempt to plan.
He's going to plant topside as well. No, he's not. It's just for the extra speed. Sugetsu getting right in there. Spike goes down. Ruxick, the reprisal from Rafters.
Viper versus Viper.
Sugetsu, I don't know if he was spotted there or not, but Ruxick feels confident on this re-entry to site. Toxins go up and he starts to work on the defuse behind it. Sui closing in. Does he have time? It's just a stick. No! Take the B site.
Yeah, they've identified where Martin is and it's quick to collapse upon. But Elite out of nowhere gets to... Angel's cut off the cross.
Yeah, one back at the very least. It's a 3-on-3 and Navi do have the slightly better weapons. That's discounting Sadak, but his position in kitchen could be killer and the shots will land. That shout down. Advantage KC from this position. And looking at the defenders, they're split up and still worried about the captain.
Sadak's doing so much here for KC, and now that those mollies, the utility, get so much more value here.
Sugetsu just sidestepping his own smoke. Navi playing with borrowed time. Sugetsu looking to close the net, and that's what he'll do.
Perfect. Ruxick trying to escape here and manages to keep his life. Navi coming straight back into this one, but it's the players from mid that opens up the site for KC.
Oh, Naves with one more. The extra details, the pit dropped in. Shao still ahead of this and can interrupt. That's exactly what he does, and as the pit drops, he gets back to cover.
Koala now in position in towards Snowman. That long line of sight, that's exactly where you want the operator, but it misses the first shot. KC have bought themselves a bit of space, but they've found Koala Noob at the same time. Yeah, it's just straight up gunfights, hasn't used any of the utility. Boss fight found, and that Koala Noob.
Utility invested, suppression on Ruxick. He'll be unperturbed by the situation, but walks into danger, and danger fires back. Sadak with one, hero here out in the open, and down the long hallway of kitchen. It's a long road back to the A site for Navi.
KC find themselves a little pocket of domain to work within, but remember, it was only Martin that was seen, and Avez activates at the right time.
This is getting a little bit chaotic now, and with Avez being able to pick that one up, control is restored. Order maintained as far as KC are concerned. Still Avez coming in late, has the salvos if need be. The wingman can try and make things a little more difficult for the attack to try and digest. It does get the spike to half, but that's where Avez brings us back to reality. Angel dealt with. Last player sat in spawn, it's Shao, and Avez has him caught. With the knife coming back up and all of this extra util in post is, oh, how did KC want to try and play it? It looks like Martin wants to go on the offensive. 1,000 and counting as he adds yet another. Still those big ults for Navi to work with though.
KC need to be careful with those coming back in. Lockdown most importantly, and you can see players ready to try and counteract this and fight in towards screens.
It's brilliant. Armageddon goes in, you've got a fragment there as well, and boom, lockdown evaporated. KC using the tools they had available, and Navi are going to call it quits.
The salvos, this is going to be really hard for Navi to get through.
It's a kill already though from Angel. That softens things up massively. Martin missing, not a player yellow side. All of them backed up into main. Fragment out It was the salvos as well that we saw. It's a bit of a cluster on site right now, but Angel is just sticking this all the way through, holding the line, and KC nowhere to be seen. Sadak, the last player left.
Spike plant, going to be successful here, but Navi are coming straight in. They're going to be quick here.
They are immediately on the site. Shao picking up his first. Angel right by his side. Looking like another successful retake. That's unless Sugetsu can do something to stop this, but Navi spotted the first of those players, but he'll be without the poison cloud to try and face it. Angel goes solo. Sadak taking the duel against the in-game leader on the other side and backtracking his footsteps. Shao into the utility dump. Martin, aerial. And able to get the pickup. Ruxic still hanging around here though. Playing from below the pipes in the maze. Sadak flashing in. It just feels like wherever Navi try and go, they're isolated, alone, and now removed from the situation. Hero the next to give a roll of the dice, but you don't feel any better about his odds than what we've seen up until this point, but it starts well.
They're just giving them solo engagements.
It gets better. And Hero is going to find all three.
It's a little bit of an angle, but can't quite find what he's looking for. And that's an incredible spam.
Sadak just reverse engineering the smoke, plops down the molly, and Spike goes in. Sugetsu still hanging around in middle. Shao does remove him from the situation. Looking at that post-plant utility, KC don't have all too much. They want to fight this on the front foot, but the thrash into the smoke could be huge. How many does it get? Absolutely nothing. It's Martin with 3. Isolated under belt, but calling for backup. There's a brawl going down, and KC draw first blood.
You see it's a brawl, it's more like a beatdown. That flash is perfect though, and the trade's in Navi's favour. Martin trying to escape, but he's lucky to do just that. Moving towards B though, and KC have a bit of a notification through Elite's alarm bot.
Complete information void on A right now. Navi moving up on long. Steps soon to be heard by Elite. His utility helping dictate the pace of the flow through mid as Sugetsu has bought a rotation, but the spike is soon to go down and the spam's not landing.
Molly to deny the wingman.
Nah, he's got it.
Yeah, just about.
No problem for the wee man.
Martin still has that paranoia though. That's the other thing to consider moving into this. And well, as for Navi, the utility is looking pretty barren. It's all about these gunfights, and Navi continue to win them through this round. Martin, though, still up and alive, and you know just how good he can be. More damage being dealt, although Sugetsu now having to clutch up another 1 versus 3, and both players are low. This is doable. Shao lucky to escape here. And well, just with that, Navi will get that pistol round. It's mid where we'll see this battle start. Elite, though, is the one who gets things off to KC's side, and they've traded things down to still an advantage in their favour. Navi's response towards the A side, Martin ahead of the mark, and will even find the spike, and it's buying more time for his teammates to come and support him.
No. How does he get out? How does Martin do that?
Has identified exactly where he is, so he's not going to have much of a chance here.
Not at all. Up is now arriving.
Sugetsu 1 versus 1. It's not even caught. At least the best is here to try and cut off any rotations, but that's massive from the Turkish controller. What does Navi do to respond to this though?
I mean, the ball is in Navi's court. They're just going to slow the pace all the way down, force KC to make an investment, try and trade out the space on the map. You can see Sadak is looking towards A, but as fate would have it, B is the site under threat, and there's only Elite here to deal with it.
That engagement isn't clean, but at least Kill has got something to work with. All 3 players though, all on their lonesome, and Ruxic once again coming in from mid.
Sitting in the snow pile, just looking to split this up. Martin removes him though, and now Navi are the ones with their backs to the wall.
Flashes have all the utility you could possibly want to come back into this one. Martin uses the ultimate to try and join up with his teammate, his leader Sadak, as he moves through B long. But Navi have moved forward, they've changed the goalposts, and now KC have got a really tough problem here. Martin trying to use a smoke to get on him to spike. Remember, Sadak is only on a pistol.
And that ghost can't do enough to deny, but the rest of KC played in. Aves and Elite from up top, dropping in the stun. Koala gets his though and gets out. 3 on 3, but the playing field is skewed in favor of Navi. Martin up close, paranoia to the back of yellow. Positioning is so constricted, and that's where KC have a vice grip. Can Angel do any better for us in the clutch? The salvos are up, and the time is ticking on down. Even more onto Elite, 6 points of health, 1 bullet would do it. They nearly line up, but it's Martin again, and with time on his side, he can take Karmine Corp up to 10. We've got Aves here for contact. KC are perfectly in place, and Navi feel like they're out of options. Shower saving grace though.
That's massive. Ruxic just hanging on the edge. Koala though gets 2 of his own. Martin out of nowhere. Still Navi 1 ahead, and Sugetsu nowhere near to bail Martin out. He could use his ultimate to escape, but wants to stick around.
30 seconds left.
Wants to look for his next duel, his next fight, and doesn't realise Ruxic was close. The Viper of Navi bailing out his team.
But it's Sugetsu again. It's Angel on the other side.
Spike planted.
Molly at his feet. But supported by Ruxic now, and this one should not be winnable, but Sugetsu's already done a boatload of damage. Cross-held solo by Hero, drops back.
He's the miracle maker, he's the man you want to depend upon here. And with the Viper's pit down, that's the biggest obstacle that he needs to try and get by.
He's looking elsewhere. Thinking about that next player, it's Hero.
Yeah. Also, KC know about the late luck coming through kitchen from Ruxic. Oh, deals with Elite. This is now an even bigger problem from the French side.
No, it's Shao in the corner though. 2 kills picked up from him. Martin forced to just bail from the situation as Navi.
From Martin in the last half, it's Koala to do it this time, but they've not accounted for Sadak. Navi get the trades though. Still worried about Kitchen and a player potentially being deposited there. That was Hero, and he's gone.
But Sugetsu yet to make his move back site. This is huge, and the spike is still not down.
Chance to deny that. Molly doing well. I mean, at the same time, trying to stall out using the Thrash, but the Viper's Pit has bought a little space in which to work with. Even the lockdown will buy more. Angel trying to reposition towards Snowman, decides against it.
I think from this position, you can still sit outside the ult and spam if you're KC. It doesn't really commit too much space. And yeah, Angel is still sitting pretty here.
It's just defusing
now gone, but Martin's going to stick it all the way through. It's up, but that's very quickly removed with the ult.
Forfeiting the site to play from the outside. It's Elite that actually gets the kill, not Martin, as he tried to play aggressive. This null command is denying all the utility that Navi would want, and the rifle's denying the players that they would want. 2 to the good now. But Navi still trying to play slow, and as they do, they just get completely cut down. Spike goes cold, does the round. Hero has to clutch up here to even be within a chance, and with 10 seconds left, you would think it's going to be KC.
Ashes and stuns on KC's side to come back through.
Shao finding himself another pocket in which to work, and Navi supporting him in his endeavours. 2 players left, make that just a 1. It's up to the captain, the leader of KC, or it will be overtime, and I think there's a nice little ribbon put on this by Navi.
From Sadak waiting for the reply, and here it comes.
Players back in, Martin, KC, 1 player to the good, still Spike knocked down, but don't necessarily need it. Winning out the deathmatch here, and the null command denies Hero his utility, so he has to depend upon his rifle, in which he has been hitting his shots and continues to do so. A similar position in which from before, KC, Sadak, he's low.
Hero's heard the drop in as well, and Sadak, as you say, on death's door, needs Sugetsu to trade off of him.
That's one flash in which he could set his Viper up, but instead finds the timing.
No way.
1 versus 1, but that flash is what puts...
Completely rehearsed execution. The mosh pit landing backside, but Sugetsu following it up from close. Koala with a quick trade, but Sadak still alive. Looking to carry the rest of his team through OT, but it's Aves that finds the next kill. And one by one, Navi drop. The spike is on the other side of the screen. Koala up top, but Aves knows it and nails the shot. Such a big kill.
How do you even get this spike back? It's really difficult, but that timing's insane.
Individual play from Ruxic, more coming up. Elite there, and now Hero once more. Can he find a way to do it yet again? The 19-year-old falls. It's Elite to best him. 14-12 is because it's Ramp that's re-cleared.
As Hero in the pocket, Shao. He found one, but that's all it's going to be. As KC now start to get things underway. On towards the A site you look. You've got to think about Elite deposited towards Heaven to just catch out a late lock, but Navi are stopping KC and there's tracks!
Anticipating it. Crossfire placed. Martin in play. TP available, but opts to go against it. It's Elite at his back, which fires 2 shots off, finds 2 kills. Navi down to their last couple players.
Yeah, and the sound cue from
Traction.
Yeah, he's baiting for Ruxic to come in to spot, although Sadak has identified what they were looking for, and now Angel left all on his own.
This is a round which has very quickly crumbled. Like sand, it falls through the hands of Navi. Nice mid-jaw from KC. As soon as this wall drops, the timing is everything. Nearly caught with a Prowler there, Sadak, and he falls flat. Elite by his side. Sugetsu trying to creep up behind his former team, but it's the wall there, which I'm not quite sure if it got trapped or not. I didn't quite catch that.
No, it's still up.
Yeah, he's not even gone for it.
I mean, has the TP if he really wanted to go by it, but is worried about players maybe coming through vents and repositions towards shops.
Right, Aves on the off angle.
Seen the fast trigger discipline, works well, but it is only one, and it's Hero the Sentinel that's gone. Chance to maybe try and go for a flank here as Koala gains space in towards screens.
That first player gone, Navi have the man advantage, but they don't have the space. I mean, you do still have Angel coming late ramp with this open plant, but there's no tower player.
Yeah, KC are quick onto the site to try and take the fight. Shao denies that. Hello, it's going a little bit topsy-turvy, but still Navi come out on top. Trying to find a little spot in which he can try and keep himself alive. Koala catches a Vez, and there's more players there to fight.
It's just Sadak looking like him from elbow, crunch in from the vent position. But Navi just know all too well.
Spike planted.
Spike comes down, Elite into the retake, gets his first 1v1, and takes Angel out of play.
But that Viper pit is still up, so if Navi lose control of the Spike, could get a little bit worrying. You still have the Astra util up, 4 stars on Shao.
And all the extra utility, but Elite wants in. What a statement this is. Viper's pit dropped, still not spotted. Had the molly out, was thinking about it. Gravity well, the expected response, still no stun, still no challenge. Navi should be looking to take this on one player at a time, just means that they can buy themselves the clock as much as possible. So KC wait a moment before they pull the trigger, and it will go off with a bang. Aves has 2, but he might need more. Gets his 3rd, can't get out. Ruxic with 2 bullets in the Outlaw finds 2 kills.
I've not thought about this at all.
Absolutely, and it's Elite and Sugetsu right behind as the Spike looks to drop in, it's the player instead. Angel another, up against Elite, first bit of damage goes his way.
Still has utility.
The captain to clutch it, and then around he goes to the corner, the Spike plant tapped.
To fight, targets to hit, and he's doing so. He's got 2, and he's out.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. And then right behind it, you've got Elite with the molly and the smoke, so no chance Navi to get back in here anytime soon. The Prowler will clear a player 10 paces back, but Elite remains ahead of the curve, and that's where Angel will fail to clear him. It was a 5 versus 2, but Hero gets one back in the conversation. Again, though, these players are so split up from one another, and you're asking for heroics again to win the round for Navi.
I mean, these are the players to do it, though. 2 to fight Ruxic. Nearly gets a second.
It's just the one that he settles for, though. It looks to have paved the way for Hero on the A site. Haunt drops into Heaven.
Fall, which he will use, so Hero loses a lot of health. Decayed, and decides to go for an ultimate of his own. He fancies this as the players send it their way. The reaction's unreal! Information to try and shoot through, but Koala's beating the smoke. And the gunfights, they're going Casey's way.
Quick trade, still numbers with the defense. Angel does get spotted, but look at Aves walking out, 15 seconds, still no plan.
And the spike's down cold. How does Angel get that back?
KC can dictate the pace of play. Hero on another one of his signature lurks, and that's Sadak gone. As the captain is lost to the A site, it opens up completely for Navi.
There's also a cosmic divide for the post plant to even buy more delay.
That's on top of what Hero has already thrown to the deck. The wall, the thorns, and the flash in front. Fake out from Martin to try and clear this early util, but the divide is up early, and Navi are ready to receive those players.
KC know that they can't get out of CT, so they're repositioning for Heaven as a way of getting out, but at the same time, Cosmic Divide is denying them any sort of line of sight here.
Burning the wick at both ends, but knowing that this is all the time that they've got left. The util's gone in and done its job. Martin trying to pave the way, hold the torch, but it goes dark. So get to the last player standing. Long-serving member of Navi under Angel.
Because that would be a 9-3 half. Martin trying to be the one, the difference maker, but instead it's a difference maker for Navi.
So quick to take the A site. Elite's already got a Sheriff. That's all he can have. Doesn't matter. After the ult, it makes no difference. Sui one back, still Heaven control. Spike going in, and look at Angel. Not Angel, sorry, it was Sadak on the other side. I thought we had some kind of a flank coming in, but no. It's all bodies as far as Navi are concerned on A. And a retake which just doesn't feel feasible.
No, both players disconnected as well. How do you even get back into this one?
Short answer is no. Long answer is no, you don't. There's a double tether there though, so has bought himself a little bit of space. Still no support. Angel, good for the first. Still, Navi are so slow to follow this up.
Yeah, and if they try and execute in towards A, those storms that are live, as you've just heard, will deny them entry. 30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
But, I mean, damned if you do, and if you don't, go back to middle. That's where Ruxic is already waiting on this fence side. Oh, but the A-hold can't hold up its end of the bargain. Sui's found 2. Navi are on the other side of the veil. The curtain put up in their face, and the plant coming in open, even without that extra control.
All 3 players ready to play off one another, but that's a big kill from Xiao. It brings it back even, and the last 2 remaining players on KC are low.
And out in the open, Martin felt like a sitting duck, but quickly he responds. Xiao, the healthiest of the players left in the server, looking for more. Can't quite track Ruxic as you saw Sugetsu find that kill on B and send it back site, but to Hero he goes. And to the spectator screen now.
There's a lot of ambitious plays coming through here. And will KC get control of the A site, you're looking at Aves in the position that he's found himself in.
It's just going to be calling KC back towards this side of the map, towards B, behind the standard lurk wall. They will go into vent. Hero just about in position to catch on to this, but does he expect Aves? The reason for the rotation. A deep clear, but he walks to the open, and that's the advantage for the attack side.
Yeah, that could be the deadly blow on the round. 15 seconds, plenty of space to get this spike down. As for the 2 remaining, Koala and Ruxic, they have utility in which to work with. Most importantly, Koala's nade.
Smoke setup as well are going to completely estrange the main players. In fact, it's a little short of the mark. It's just to help cross into sight, and always the possibility of a player swinging back from outside it. Navi are slow in their movement to the side.
Yeah, but look at the crossfire, you can't really swing out into this.
Someone's going to have to soon, though. Surely not another full stick. Satchel coming in to push at least a player off, but the spike's already been halved, and that's where someone needs to step up. Someone on the Navi side. It has to be Ruxic. Second smoke, but can't find the firefight.
Comes in, and Hero's found a pocket. Trying to work it, make it go in his favour, but it doesn't. Shao does instead. Needs to win against Sugetsu and does, and puts Navi at one player to the good. Trying to use his own star to make a pocket where he can work and does so. On for the ace, but it's Koala who's in the next engagement and loses a chance now for Elite to run to the other side of the map.
That's the green light. And in terms of what he has to work with, he still pocketed that poison cloud. One off the pit as well. So many tools to just play around. And Shao coming back into this, just a single star, and not much health to support it.
Viper's pit, and I mean, it's not as if you'd have much health anyway. Still to make his introduction here as well, so this has been really good baiting out by Angel, and Roxic's able to get two, but Casey, two back in the conversation. It's even after that engagement.
They have the tower control here as well, which they have so frequently enjoyed.
Shao, he's in a one and done angle. He can't really escape from there.
But Casey have closed it off. Sadak looking to use his utility through this smoke, play around with the timing, shooting the haunt mid-air is Shao, but still finding the kills. Koala has the ult if he needs it. Just to get that first round on the board, you might as well pull the trigger now.
He's also buying time for Hero to get into position as well.
But Hero doesn't want to go too quickly because he's worried that Sadak might have repositioned. Still 10 toes down on the B site. And as the showstopper goes off, he knows where Koala is. If he can find this kill, then maybe there was a chance.
ET, the ultimates now starting to come through, the first of which is the Steel Garden. Ruxic trying to use his own ultimate, and there's a pocket to work with. And behind the Cosmic Divide, Casey aware of this, trying to respond. Martin and the rest of the players fall at the same time. A distraction, but Aves still not found. Finally, he is.
5 players through the mouth of Main.
Outcome, Koala's op has been notified, and well, Shao found out as well. Ruxic's in! Oh, out of nowhere, out of heaven! An elbow drop onto the head of Karmine Corp, and Ruxic's still able to survive, and he has support as well. Navi are looking to send this towards 12, and they'll get it! It's himself in the smoke, close to players. Angel found out. That main fight's going to be a big one. Shao gets to Getsu!
Oh, and there's more to be had. Time is low and it's all on Shao. If he can hold this side of the map, then maybe it's enough for Hero to come in and save the day again. But already taking on that responsibility, he finds the first and freezes.
Waits for his teammate to come in and support. No utility on either. Shao's star won't come back up on time.
I don't think Casey fully realised where exactly Shao has gotten off to. Hero with the flash to just lay this back up. Does get destroyed, and the drop-in not yet here. As he's finally spotted, Hero responds, and this might just be how the second map ends. It's all on Martin, between KC and the Decider. The first kill is his, the TP across, and the time on his side. Shao has to stick it half, Martin knows it! Aves hearing footsteps in the halls above, the Nightfall not gonna catch him, still not spotted. Sadak at a top draw. Here's Aves on to the next. KC coming up clutch in the rounds that they need, the absolute most. The ult, but at the best of times he's been unable to land it. Shao from the corner, finally spotted, still not taken down, and while Aves gets one in the meantime, Shao still walking away with one, and Koala gets his but can't get out. Spike still not down.
The reposition.
And Ruxic right behind them. Oh my lord, he's only going to get one for now.
The players trying to escape up ramp, they're not going to get a chance.
It's a 2-on-2, and Ruxic has taken it to their advantage now. Doing it right at the death, 13-11
of the last map of this elimination series.
But it's Koala Noob that draws first blood. Navi in front on the attack side, orb collected. As KC have gone back to this default style. It's through mid that they'll look to try and funnel the players, but Koala Noob again delivers a bullet to the brain of Elite. This time he'll walk away with 2, but still the numbers Navi.
While that door is dropped, you've got to be looking at Ruxic, who now becomes the Joker. In fact, they're going to open the door back up to let him back in, but both players are already out heaven.
Because I mean, there's a mesh set up, so Navi looking to try and take this fight. It's a TP back towards main for Koala. Ruxic finding the kill. Koala looking to add the final detail.
Yeah, but remember, 3 players of KC are here and ready to fight, and one of them is Martin. Spike dropped, and Angel trying to recollect a spike gives himself up. Navi, I mean, it's just been fallen to the wayside here. It looks like KC will have the response. It's that Navi curse once again on the bonus.
This hero can do something about it. First couple shots clean onto Martin. To react here, they want to be proactive instead. Martin into the fire and flames beyond this smoke. Is there support? It comes in the form of Aves, but it's just not enough. Not long lasting.
Sugetsu, is he going to be in this round? As he tries to escape, Martin buys him out there.
Cover going out.
Those players might not be heading to Toronto, but I'll tell you who is. Track by track, one step at a time. Navi, not the ones that are putting a foot in front of each other too well here. It's a couple of missteps. Now trying to force the issue on B, but the setup is there. KC do well just to trade out an elite buying time from backside. Shao again. It's top draw, and with the spike down, there's still a chance between him and Hero. These are the players you want.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've got Sentinel utility to work with here as well, so Navi in prime position in post.
And the ult on Shao to set up Hero. Oh, it's blocked him a little bit from the initial entry, but he fans out behind it, and KC are caught with a blind eye, but still Hero can't do anything but damage. Can Shao capitalize from it? Sitting inside the smoke, the spike not shown, but as it evaporates from his vision, there you have it. Spike is yet to cross. Sadak in play, sprays away, 2 kills. Elite right behind it. The rest of KC there, reactive at the best of times, but the support, it's flowing through when needed. Koala was the first player in and looks like the last one out.
This is Koala's map, though. I think he can do this.
I mean, I'm not sure if I follow along. Navi can course correct on this eco, and well, Angel's open it up.
No.
A first kill for him. And it's the A-site onslaught with Hero slipping in between the lines beyond the barrier mesh. It's another kill. Could this be the Navi eco? Or does Martin have something to say? Yeah, and Aves is going to be caught behind this wall, so it's all on Sugetsu to stand his ground. Sadak in support. Koala furthest player forward. Revealed TP out, just about hanging on. KC fighting through into short, but they can't survive. Navi batter back. 5 rounds expected unless Sadak can save the day.
I mean, could maybe get Aves back up, but instead broke the door, so this is just a bait, and they know exactly where the Sova is.
The cage has him caught. They know now the info. Stunned, revealed. To the Grand Tour, Martin. Step into the show floor, first kill picked up. Flash through, 2 would have been great. But with Ruxic removing him, it's straight to the boathouse he goes.
Love this, taking the space nice and early. KC, though, are very quick on the mark.
They expect the site player from the TP, but still can't deal with him. In front of the line, Sugetsu was looking for the spike.
Where are Navi going?
They're gonna reroute this just because they don't want to deal with that one defender. Fake in mid-pressure. Sugetsu's still solo.
He just got a chance to deny the spike.
He's so far ahead of this. Sugetsu gets 2 kills. Ruxic last player left, and it's just fallen apart for Navi. At least step it in.
I thought they were going to run to B because only 1 player was found, but Navi slow roll out, and Aves is only able to get 1 elite though. Finding his chance, but he's already taken so much damage. It's easy for Koala to finish out. Martin getting one of his own. 2v2, tries to deny the spike, but it's not to be advised. It's Navi will find 6. Martin.
Already had 1 go, and the next bite of the cherry is just as sweet. Elite following it up. 4v3 situation, and KC offered the reset.
Blades up, ready to go.
So that rotation is even quicker.
The read's perfect.
3 players in short. Navi walking up and into trouble, into the face of danger. Casey coming back in! Ow. But I have to say, with all of this Sentinel util, now in post, Casey have to go quickly.
Yeah, they need to be careful, and not only that, if they do go quickly, there's ultimates to deny, and well, first one in, still not got the Armageddon used either, but it might not be needed at all, it isn't!
Create some pressure, force Navi to redistribute the forces, and there you have it. That's the response. Casey get the reaction they were looking for, and sure, but still, Ruxic hangs around. Sheriff at his side, and Hero in support. From Dice backside, the smoke now drops. In the front, looking for the fight. It's Ruxic that has the first. Time is of the essence. There isn't enough of it. Hero still hanging around, and with that...
It's massive. He managed to get a cage off, so hasn't been identified by the info dart. And guess one of his own, Koala's here to try and get some support, but Martin continues on his reign of terror.
And Ruxic's still hanging around in main. They had to clear him or plant the spike. Less than 10 seconds once this comes in.
Yeah, this is going to be close, but didn't account for Elite. Did Angel 2v2 post plant, and Navi looked to come out the other side the better. Elite from short has to try and fight his way through, doesn't even get a cam. It's just going to be a defuse.
This is the play. Koala taking it into his own hands, just one.
Yeah, that's all it is going to be, but the setup from the Cypher was good. Can't capitalise, and now it's Hero at the back of sight. He's been spammed out, they know where he is because he responded to the bullets sent his way. And now we go into a 2 versus 4. Ruxic trying to take a timing, but well noted. And now it's up to the captain.
Not feeling like Angel's going to be coming up with the goods here, though. But look at Ruxic. He wants to keep on going. Just the one kill that he picks up. Navi still putting their foot down. 50 seconds or less. KC need to make a move, and in terms of space taken and utility dealt with, there is not much at all.
This is big.
Ava's just going to rip the ult. It's a hit and hope, so to B they go.
Yeah, but you see that. It takes all the Sentinel utility offline, and Hero's here by himself. He has no
30
support.
seconds left.
Still creeping closer to the site, taking their time. Hero to take that first fight onto Elite, and that really opens things up. Util back in. Hero has his second. 2 on 2, but it drops to Angel. This one feeling a lot more likely.
And has the Gravnet, one off his ulti.
Can stop the swing from at least one of those players, and it's Sugetsu dead in his tracks. To the corner he will remain. Peeking back through though, Aves by his side. Time instead, those final grains dropping to the bottom of the hourglass, and that's where Martin starts to reveal his position. Buys a little more time because, well, I tell you what, KC are going to need it on their side. Hero starting to work on the defuse, and stepping in Martin maybe a moment too late. It's gone all the way through! And an updraft, he fires himself over the top of Switch, but it's only going one way for now in the feed. Shao gets his 2. Can Angel find 2 more? He's got the first. It's a trade out 2 on 2.
Look at how low Sadak is. He at least has one info dart to try and know anybody. He'll get the information he needs, but how long is he going to be able to survive?
Fake out going through lane, flash behind it. Sadak just hiding underneath the rail right now as the lane walk up comes through from Koala. Elite, the healthy player. We have to depend upon him again. KC. The blue wall could crumble under the pressure of Navi as they're putting it on. Elite has withstood at least that first player, but he has to go big where the rest of his team couldn't. To move on in their stead for KC's stage 1 hopes and dreams. True. And in terms of how we carry on in EMEA, it's Koala that starts things off. Shao finding the next. Could this be the round for Navi? Sui has responded. It's still a player advantage with the defense, and they have Util to take watching over it, but as soon as that penny drops, there's problems for KC. Elite can at least solve it with a kill for now, but this is so chaotic, Cairo.
It is, and look at this, the Omen ultimate used to try and clear out Hero instead. Found by Elite's rifle. His opposite number, the Sonic sensor, gives the game away, but look at the deposit in mid. Sugetsu could be massive here.
Hearing the steps, all on Sugetsu, gets the first, and over his former captain, the wool is pulled over his eyes. Elite was just sweating when that sensor went off, hoping that the spike could go down. And now that KC have it, it's a split deck completely. One player main and one back from short. All of this heard by Elite. Koala straight into the firing line. Drone comes in, it gets the info, and that's the reinforcement. Angel needing the duel, winning it. Navi in position. This rematch from the first game of kickoff. Looking to go Navi's way. A second time of asking. Koala Noob in backside, so much support. KC are cornered.
Looks like they are.
You can barely get back past that mesh in main. The setup's over on A. Where do you go?
It's the question that Sadak is trying to answer right now as they wait. Let's see if Navi try and dry peek into the rifles, holding the angle. Remember, there's still 35 seconds to work with here.
This from Ruxic as well, just another
30
spanner in
seconds
the
left.
works, playing around his own smoke and looks to take this fight on the chin, closing in, Navi in position! 13-11! This story will continue for them in the lower bracket.